Well, this season might have started in a cloud of frustration, but things just keep getting better here. We cannot stop winning, we cannot stop scoring. Oh, and did I mention we've got a very big new signing to meet? Let's go and have a look at it because things are going swimmingly. Yes, hello and welcome along to part 120 of this Build a Nation story, Lifting Spirits with me, Daniel. We are back today in a very good mood, ahead of two big games in two competitions. We first look to continue our perfect start in the Irish Prem. We play Portadown away from home in a very winnable game. But after a full rotation for that one, we move on to revenge. Lech Poznan, the side who put us out of Europa League qualifying, the side we couldn't score against in two legs. Well, we are going to be looking to put that right today. We're also going to meet a giant of a new signing. So if you're looking forward to all of that and seeing if my new improved mood is knocked at all today, then please do put a thumbs up on it. We're going to talk about all of the good things happening, but let's start with the schedule because since you were last with me, and in fact since you were with me I think 2 episodes ago, and the first leg against Budapest, we have been faultless. Now, we've changed tactic midway through that episode. We went more aggressive, we went more high press, we went for a higher line defence, and we just went for it. We threw the jugular in a tantrum. Well, it might be the best tantrum I've ever had because we have won every single game since, and in nearly 3 months, only one game we have failed to score more than 1 goal. And that's before we added a new superstar, with most of our strikers not in the best of form. So let's have a look at what's been happening since you were last with me. You were here for Dynamo and Kelty Hearts, which were 2 very good results for us. Since then, back-to-back 4s against Warren Point and Crusaders. Cowan with a hat-trick, his first goals for the club. Why not get 3 if you're going to get 1? And Ben Parry with a late 4th there. A big attendance at home to Crusaders, saw 2 for Morris Simpson, 1 for Dermot Lafferty. I mean, the game was over in 3 minutes. And Tennant Dyche yet again. His name is popping up a lot. What a season that boy's having. A 2-1 win away at Glenavon thanks to Lafferty and Daly. Our former striker Mark Wilson nearly caught us out. And Glenavon, they've got a few of our former players. So an interesting one to look out for the rest of this year. Then a really impressive result. Not only did we beat Larne by 2-0, we rotated virtually the whole side with Thursday night in mind. And we looked no worse for it. Tennant Dyche scored yet again. Dermot Lafferty, another big goal. A brilliant performance, a brilliant result. I couldn't have been much happier. Then a 3-2 win away in Europe on the Thursday night. Looks a little less convincing than it was. They scored a 96th minute penalty. But Max Whelan with a brace and Ian Lewington off the bench with 1. He's not featured a huge amount this season, not even been a regular in the backup team. But this is what I mean this year. We've just got quality players who will make a cameo. It's the strongest squad by far we've ever had. A 4-1 win against Coleraine came in midweek. Whelan got a brace, Lafferty got 1, and Tennant Dyche yet again. What a season this boy is having. His attributes aren't all that. I tell you what, he signed a new extra year contract and he is flying. While he's playing well, he'll be in the team. But you may have also noticed from that game a new face and a new name among the substitutes. Mark Scully is the man to come in. He's someone I've had on trial twice this season already. He's someone I wanted to sign all the way back in June. I identified him as my big striker for the future. I identified him as the replacement, really, the new Rui Hartman, the man who was going to take over the mantle from Mikkel Hatton. Well, it didn't quite work out. He wouldn't accept less than £6,000 a week. He was wanted by lots of other clubs, so we took the short-term solution of bringing Max Whelan in, who has done pretty well, to be fair to the lad. But when this opportunity came about, and when the wage demands were halved after not getting a move before the end of October, we have brought in Mark Scully. Remember this name because he has got a very interesting balance of attributes. Not only is he an advanced forward, he's got all the things the other guys can do. He's good on the ball, he's a good finisher, dribbles, first touch, composed, good off the ball, good acceleration and pace. He's agile, he's got the lot. But then add the other bit into the mix. He's incredibly naturally fit and he is 6'8" with a jumping reach of 17. What a bonus that is to have on top. He'll get a fair few goals from set pieces. He's not actually the best header of the ball, but purely by design in this league, his height and his jumping reach is going to get him everywhere. The fact that he's also then got all the brilliance of an advanced forward as well. I mean, this boy's going to be a superstar. He's still only 24. He's got 4-star potential. Where he's been at previous clubs on loan, ignore his Palace stint where he's been coming through. He scored 1 in 2 for Barnsley in the Championship. He scored 1 in 2 for Plymouth in League One. He scored 1 in 2 in the SPL for Hibs. This boy is a talent. This boy is a goal scorer. And I cannot wait to see him as part of our team. He will be making his first start against Portadown today. Of course, we can't register him for Europe, which is a little bit of a downer, but otherwise, we've got to be delighted. He's going to be a superstar for this side, but he won't be part of the revenge against Lech Poznan. We'll worry about that one in a moment. At first, we're going through to face Portadown. Away from home, a fully rotated side, because of course, the Wednesday night is the priority. And with the fact we're sharing Windsor Park, all of those home games are getting moved to earlier in the week, so we're having to take a few more precautions. We're going to make the full 11 changes now, so let's go and get this team picked. We'll be back in a minute to run through it. And while all the backups are in form, I have no worries with which 11 we pick. Well, here we go. No changes to the tactic we stumbled on in that strop against Budapest 2 episodes ago, but the team is probably not what you expect it to be. Tennant Dykes keeps his place on the left wing because he's been brilliant whenever he's played. Lafferty off the right is the only real option, which is why he's there as a backup. And Mark Scully, instead of Morris Simpson, will be making his first start for the club today. The rest of the side is pretty much the backup 11. Kane is still in for Murphy, who's not quite back from injury. The other Murphy, Tommy, is at right back with Stow on the left. Lynch at centre-half due to Mills struggling for form and Smith alongside him. Daly and Thompson the midfield 2. Griffiths the number 10. Lafferty and Dykes off the wide areas. And Mark Scully, for the first time, is through the middle up front. Let's go and get into it. The first of today's 2 games. Will we see a goal in his first start? That's the big question. Well, here are the teams, and there is one former player in the Portadown side. It is Jim Wood, the former right back. We've got Mark Scully on back post for corners, for free kicks and all of that sort of stuff. Let's hope one of them finds him tonight, because if it does, well, he could score a fair few goals. Well, here we go. Virtually from the kickoff, we've got the ball with Thompson. He carries it over halfway to Scully. He's in one-on-one. Couldn't be a dream start, could it? 12 seconds into his first start. It was not the most convincing finish, I won't lie to you here. But Mark Scully squirms it under the goalkeeper and Distillery have the lead. 12 seconds into his first start. And that's not even one of the 2 routes I thought goals would come from. You couldn't be much happier than that. As Lafferty nicks it from the kickoff. Couldn't make it 2 in the first 2 minutes, could we? I mean, we've been very good this season. We've been very aggressive. But with a top-class striker now, if he gets going, who knows what we can achieve. All we've got to really do now is add in top backup wingers, and we're going to be one hell of a side. As Scullion gets the ball on the right for Portadown. Big switch of play. Lafferty intercepts it for Murphy. Can look for him again. Instead carries it himself. Chips over towards Scully and is headed away. Maguire's been pressed by Lafferty. But this is the difference now, isn't it? With this new change of tactic, we're pressing high up the pitch. We're not letting them out. And Lafferty's in. Scully's across goal. But he doesn't need him. 1 minute and 45 seconds and we are 2-0 up. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I know it's very early and I might end up with egg on my face. This just feels like our year. We're into the 4th minute and we've got another chance. It's a free kick with Griffiths. 30 yards out. It's a good enough angle. Shot's just over the bar. I'm in dreamland. Remember all those games we couldn't break teams down? We had those frustrations. Now we're barely letting them out of their half. It's a wonderful turn of events. I'm so happy with how we're going. Lana at home to Warren Point is 0-0 at the minute. But crucially, we're 20 minutes gone. Not for the first time this season. It's job done already. We're just over 5 minutes to half time. It has been a bit of a breather from our relentless pressure, but no shots for Portadown. We're dominating the game, and here we are again with Lynch on halfway. Every player was in their half, but then we give it away on cue. Murphy straight to win it back though. They cannot handle the pressure. And because we've got 2 or 3 good sides of players now, we can make these 8-9 changes for a game like this and we still dominate. We've still got the same pressure on the ball and it means we can play higher pressing because it doesn't matter. That might be disallowed and it is. Not going to count. 2-0 it remains. It was a good opportunity. Unfortunately, it's not to be. Half time, a very good start to the game. And now it's a comfortable night. I mean, it's all you could ask for. We've not had many set pieces, which is a little bit of a worry, but other than that, it's been a very comfortable night. And soon we can think about resting people. Lafferty in case Parry's not fit for Wednesday. People like that. Daly, who's probably going to feature off the bench, is a lovely position to be in, as Wilson gets the ball to Mitchell. Not to mention we've got some of those sort of cameo stars on the bench. Curtis Bell doesn't get much football. Mills we talked about, we need to play him into form. We've also got the likes of Lewinson, who doesn't kick the ball much. And Morris Simpson will get a run out. Not going to force Scully to play 90. But Stow gets the ball here to Dykes, who's been quiet, but another one really, he's 6'4". Does give him a big edge in these games. As Griffiths to the byline. Oh, that's greedy. Come on, Morgan, you're better than that. Should have laid his man in. He didn't do it. And it remains just 2-0. Portadown have had a shot, though. And Lana behind. Oh, this could be turning into a 2-horse title race because Lana dropping points galore. For us, though, we're going to make our subs now. Lafferty needs a rest. We'll bring on Lewinson. He's played off the right a few times now and done okay. Morgan Farrington, the youngster, still training well. I'm still trying to give him game time. He replaces Neil Daly. Stow will come off for Bell. Or do I take off Murphy? No, Stow off for Bell. Mills will come on for Smith. Keep the best centre-halves fit. We've got Gash and Whelan, who will probably start in midweek. So I'll save the last one, and then in a bit, I'll bring on Simpson for Scully. I might try and loan out Simpson for the rest of the year while Whelan's still here. Then next season we'll have 2 big target men up there. As Griffiths gets the ball in towards Mills. 5 for 11, but he's winning the header. This time it's nowhere near the target though. It's 1-1, Lana have got their goal back, but then they're behind again, then they're level again. As Griffiths crosses to Dykes, and he wins the penalty. You've got a 6'4" and a 6'8" man attacking the back post. And Mark Scully will step up for the penalty. This is going to make it even more harsh because if he scores, we'll be taking him off on a hat-trick. Doesn't matter. It's a brilliant save, to be fair. We've seen a lot of penalties where it's either a feeble save down to the side or it's just missed. That was a cracking save. Like up towards the roof of the net as well. Scully's unfortunate, but on that cue, probably time to take him off. Morris Simpson will get a run out. He scored the goal, that's the main thing. If that had been without scoring a goal, I'd have been a bit worried and maybe left him on, but he's got his goal, he's had his day. He will now come off. Bigger things to come for him. As Lynch loses the ball on halfway for Portadown. If there is a negative so far, it is that we're not keeping quite as many clean sheets, which is due to the higher line. It is due to being, well, throwing caution to the wind, basically. I would like to keep a couple more. And in this game, for all of our chances, it's still only 2-0, and a goal makes it a nervy finish. As Bell heads away to Dykes. He finds Bell again. Inside to Mills. Now we can play out. We should be able to get through them quite easily here. As Simpson wins his header for Dykes, and now it's a 3-on-3. Through ball's intercepted the first time, but he's got 2 in the middle if he can cross. His cross is blocked as well. Back to Curtis Bell. Another big man on, and that's a cracking goal. Lovely curling effort into the corner. Goalkeeper has no chance. It's a brilliant finish, and it's 3-0. It's so comfortable. You've just got to be delighted watching this team. It's an absolute joy. Glenarvan are 3-0 up, Lana 2-2. And at the moment, we are pressing home a big lead at the top as it's a goal kick for Portadown. 2 minutes to go. Can we get a Morris Simpson goal to put the cherry on the cake? Maybe even another Lewinson cameo, who knows? Thompson heads away to Griffiths and Lewinson. Chips through to Morris Simpson. You're not going to get a better chance than this. What a performance. It's 4-0. Morris Simpson finishes it off. The strikers are all in the goals. Oh, I'm a happy man. I am a really happy man. It's a great performance. And these are the teams where I know you're saying, yes, we were winning these games before, but we were winning them 2-1 and 3-2 and 1-0 a lot of the time. We're demolishing teams now as Griffiths gets in behind again. Through ball to Simpson. 5-0 Distillery. Oh, I'm happy. What a performance. We've stumbled on a brilliant tactic. And you know what? We've got a quality of players now that can dominate games. And boy, are they showing it. 33 shots, 16 on target, 3.5 expected goals, 5 scored goals, and a missed penalty too. I mean, how many times can I say it? I'm a very happy man. Well, here we go. Fitness test time ahead of our European revenge, or planned European revenge, I guess. But it's not started quite to plan here, because if we have a look at what's been going on, Damien Dunn as well as Curtis Bell have picked up knocks during the week. But of course, in the case of Dunn, he probably would have started tonight. So let's have a look at what we can put out. Of course, Scully can't play either. It's going to be a heavily rotated side, but our approach will not change. Over 2,000 in again, most of those visiting supporters. So let's get this 11 picked, and we'll be back in a minute to run through it. Well, not quite that full team rotation we were hoping for back to first choice today, but largely we're there. Ben Perry's back on the bench after injury, which is great news. Dunner probably could have risked, but I'm not going to. It's more important we keep people fit for the year. As much as I want to do well in Europe, and I don't think those two being out change it too much tonight, it is important that we win the league this year and get Champions League qualification, maybe get to the Europa League group stage again, that sort of thing. The rest of it, though, is all pretty good. The first choice back 7 with Kane in goal. Reed and Raider fullbacks with Goss and McKenzie centre-half. Jude and Gash have already become a really established duo in there. Morgan Griffiths keeps his place ahead of them. Lafferty switches over to the left-hand side. And then Cowan is on the right behind Whelan up front. He's having a pretty good season in fairness, Whelan. But he's not going to be first choice much longer. Let's see what he does today. If he doesn't perform, we've got Maurice Simpson waiting in the wings. We don't need to give too much of an introduction to Lech Poznan because we played them in the Europa League qualifier, lost both legs 1-0. This is not going to be easy. Let's go and get into the first half, see if we can get that revenge. We're playing a very different style to what we did then. We've got a very different run of form to what we had then. But could this be the game with the Europa music playing, where our run of wins comes to a dramatic end? It has been nearly 3 months. It has been scintillating to watch. Have we got the form in front of goal today? Well, there's only one way to go and find out, isn't there? Let's get these players out onto the pitch where we get our normal view of Windsor Park. Wait for it. It's normally the next one. Doesn't look like we're going to get it today. The players come out the tunnel. It's a brilliant occasion for us. Actually, it looks like there's a few home fans there in fairness, which there isn't normally. I wonder whether that will last. It's certainly not carrying over to the weekend yet. The one very pixelated man is always there though. So let's see how we get on. First half against Lech Poznan. Revenge is very much the main dish we've ordered, as we've got a free kick on the left-hand side early with Griffiths. No Scully in there today. Still plenty of threats though, as it's headed to McKenzie. Jude will pick it up again though. Wide to Griffiths. He is a big game player, and he's won a penalty there as he... Referee. He was surely brought down first. He gets away with it, and they can bring it away, can Poznan. Playing out from the back. You can see immediately we're engaging them up the pitch, but... If they break through it like this, they could be in trouble. Looks like we're still keeping them back though. Griffiths nicks the ball high. Brilliant work. Cowan's got it. Man over on the left. Man over on the right. Gash into Whelan. And there's no sign of VAR so far. Max Whelan reminding us all how good he is. And there are some of the additions. Griffiths, to be fair, worked his backside off. You can rely on that. A lovely bit of composure from Jordan Gash. Nice to set up the goal. And Max Whelan does what he does best. What a start it's been. Well, 5 minutes to the break. It's been a very quiet first half, and here we are in trouble. Free kick into the box, no real pressure on it. And they had an extra man in there for some reason, which I'm not quite sure of. As Reed gets the ball out from right back. Can we take advantage on the counter? That's poor from Cowan. He's not had a great first half, and we give the ball away, but we're fighting to win it back. Reed can't get there. McKenzie does. Really good defending. He's been a revelation as a permanent signing. Switch of play finds Lafferty. Quiet half, but here he comes over halfway. Cross from the early doors. Thought he was going to go to the byline, but put it in early. Gets across to Whelan via Cowan. 15 for the season already for him. Not bad when he's only playing every other game. And with 5 to the break, we're 2-0 up. Revenge looks like it's on the way. We've certainly dispelled the myth that we can't score against them. As Reed carries it forward, can we keep going? Look how animated their manager is. I'm there in my lovely white suit, just sitting calmly watching it. As McKenzie goes wide to Reed. Options down the line. He carries himself. Finds Griffiths. Lovely first time ball to Cowan. To the byline again. Crossing towards Griffiths. Cowan back to him again. Hits the woodwork. Whelan can't get the rebound. It's away for a throw in. What a performance. We just look a different side. I know we had to have a big summer. We brought in 5 or 6 real quality players. But now we're able to play the way I want. High octane. High performance. High energy. And it's a joy to watch. I'm very happy with that. We're 2-0 up at half time. We'll throw on the right hand side for Reed here as we've got 10 minutes into the second half. No threat on our goal again as Goss picks the ball up for Jude. Can we get a third? It's into Whelan. Might be offside. He is indeed. It was saved anyway. It's good goalkeeping. As we approach the hour mark, this has been a thrilling display. We're even at the stage now where one more, we can think about bringing youngsters on for big European experience, as Lafferty finds Jude, big ball forward, headed back to the goalkeeper well. One of these weird long highlights with bits we don't need to see, so I wonder what it's heading to. Long ball forward, they've chucked 2 up front now, and this might be danger. We've not got the most solid defence this season, and here they are on the left wing with Zakara, good ball in. There you go, you're not bringing the youngsters on now, are you? Back to 2-1, really good attacking move from them. And to be fair, it's not like they've had no threat. They've not been like some of the other sides we've played. They've done enough to get a goal. A 1-goal win would be fair. I wouldn't mind an extra one. We've got a throw on the right with Reed now. Griffiths has only got a 6.5, which I find harsh. He's played a crucial role in goals as Cowan's cross is blocked. I think we're going to make a few changes in a minute, particularly Lafferty and Griffiths. They're the two that wouldn't normally be first 11, aren't they? As Mackenzie gets it forward, Cowan up. Balls for Reed at right back. Cuts inside to Mackenzie. He finds Cameron Goss. He said Sean Goss there, going back a couple of years, as Ray finds Lafferty on the left-hand side. He beats his man, gets towards the byline. Great run from him. Cross is deflected. Griffiths is up. Oh, overhead kick! My word, that would have been a way to go out. Where did that come from? He was outside the box. And Morgan Griffiths, a stunning bicycle kick. It's tipped wide for a corner, which is headed away. Lafferty down for Jude. Chance to shoot. Good save again. I mean, their keeper's arguably been man of the match here. I can't believe Griffiths went for that overhead kick. I don't think I've seen that the whole time he's been at the club. As Reed takes the corner, straight at the keeper. What a disappointing way for that to come to an end. Let's go and make those 2 changes now. It wasn't a dream assist and goal. It's Lafferty off for Ben Parry's return. And in the number 10 role, Griffiths off for Lewington. We'll give it 10 more minutes and we'll make the rest of the subs. Well, 10 minutes to go here. It's quieting down, but there are a few tired legs, so I don't want to take too many risks. We're going to go Daly off. Daly on, replacing Damien Jude. And then I'm looking potentially, probably going to have to put Whelan out to the right. And then up front, we're going to go for Morris Simpson. We've got 1 more remaining with 10 minutes to go. I'll give it 5 because as much as we've been great, this game isn't over yet. And I want to make sure we don't get caught out, though it is a corner kick for Lech Poznan. This would be really heartbreaking because we've deserved to win it. We've not got the game to bed and it's going to cost us, I think. As in from the left, is back to the edge. Good block. Still not over though. And they've got him one-on-one. Oh, it's going to be the first game we don't win in 3 months. I mean, I'm not overly concerned given the performance, to be honest, but there is a little bit of frustration from a 2-goal lead. And maybe it just shows in those big European games, if you're without 2 first-teamers, it might show. An anxious Paul Ray will be replaced by Miles Stow. That's the reason we rested him at the weekend. Now let's encourage the lads if we can. We can't because we only just talked to them. I'm going to stay positive. I don't want to risk losing a draw here because 7 points is still a good outcome. It's not the perfect result. It's frustrating from where we were. But it's another good performance. It's another good result. And let's be honest, at the start of this campaign, you'd offered me 7 points from the first 3 group stage matches, we'd be happy. But crucially, another 140 grand into the club. If you put that into perspective here, our wage budget is now 72 grand and we're spending just under 70. So that's 2 weeks' wages. I mean, it's not bad, is it? Let's go and have a look at the schedule for a minute. It's going to be back. And I think you know, if you've got a good memory, what it's going to be. Now, the schedule has moved around a little bit, but Club Brugge are the best side in our group stage fixtures. And just before it, we go away to Larne. Now, these are the sort of seasons we want, with loads of big games, with loads of excitement. And so far, a very long unbeaten record since the first time we played Lech Poznan this season. If you're looking forward to it and seeing how we get on, and you did enjoy, well, 2 very good performances and 1 good result, then please do put a thumbs up on it. Let me know down in the comments what you think we win this season, how far we go in Europe, and to be fair, surely we've got to be favourites for the title. We are flying. I'm a very happy man. If you want to see if it stays that way, subscribe and turn that notification bell on. Lots more excitement to come this season, but first, the head coach will return tomorrow at the normal time. And we'll be back here in a couple of days for a very big doubleheader. I hope you're looking forward to it. Thank you for watching as always. And I'll see you back here next time for trips to Larne and Club Brugge.